right, we're here with JT Smith. Impressive win. One of the more explosive fights today. Tell me, what was your feelings going through the fight? What made you start to sink in, start to dig in, start to really be functionally like how I say this, like just functionally in the moment. What was it like in the moment?
Just pretty much just trusting my skill set, going in there and being coachable and do everything I was taught to do, and just, stick with the game plan like my coaches told me to do. Like I said, I feel like that's the only reason I feel like I won too, but also with my mindset and everything I had, everything I was going through as well. I used that as like my motivation to, for this fight. And like I said, I also had something to prove. And like, like I said, my brother, that's what I made, I made a promise to my brother, and that's what I did.
Good little man. Man, that's good, man. Like I said, man, you look real explosive out there, and also your opponent looked real explosive. But I'm talking about you find a dude that looked like he never lost cardio out there. How are you able to manage that? How are you able to keep that going? How are you able to slip some shots and then give a lot back?
Honestly, I feel like I could have did better. I'm gonna be honest about that. It was just me just being smart. Like I said, sticking to the game plan and everything. Maintaining my distance. Keeping the jab on them, timing my shots. Focus on the defense and just focus on everything my coaches had taught me. Like I said, I didn't think about none of that in the fight. It's like, once you get in the, it's how the way I see it, it's basically me versus me. So he's just in the way for real, man. So other than that, I ain't really much to say about that. I went in there and did what I was supposed to do.
And I heard the ref said that y'all were both talking a lot of trash, a lot of smack to each other during the fight. Man, tell me, what was that about? Was there's some previous things going on, or it was just like in the moment?
It was just in the moment, man.
Just being competitive.
Yeah, it was nothing like, it was just being competitive. After that, I apologized to the ref and him. We dabbed up when we talked. Like I said, he's a great guy, man. And respect to my opponent, I respect any man that step in the ring. I don't respect nobody. So that's all it is. Other than that, it was just in the moment or whatever. That's all.
I got it. And take us through that feeling of getting your hand raised, because like I said, both of y'all really put on. So tell us through those feelings or that rush of that wondering am I going to get my hand raised? Am I going to get robbed? To finally getting your hand raised when they caught out the winner, man. How did that feel, man? What was your emotions going through that, man? I also saw you out there crying too, man.
Yeah. I had a lot of emotions going, running through my brain or whatever and stuff like that. I was just, for me, it was more to it than just the win. I really didn't care about the medal, man. The way I am, like I said, I put in a lot of work into the sport, with everything I got going on. And, in that moment, I feel like I had to prove something to myself and everybody else here that doubted me. And that's one thing that makes me, drive to be a better fighter. And, that's all that's the only I can really say for real. But other than that, when I got the dub, I feel like I did what I was supposed to do for my brother and made my coaches proud and my gym.
All right, man. Well, JT, we appreciate you, man. We hope that you have more success. We hope that you continue your success in the amateurs and eventually in the pros, man. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir, man. Thank you.
Hey, shout out Ring Wars, man.
All right, so I'm here with Brendan Oden. Brendan, tough fought, actually really tough fought. Controversial loss, if I do say so myself. Many people thought you should have won. Many people thought it was the right decision. But tell us, man, I'm not gonna lie, you didn't look like yourself those first two rounds. The third round, it was all you. Even got another point deducted. But the first two rounds, man, take us through what was going on, man. What was happening?
I'll start before the first round. I actually want to start before the fight. So there's a fighter from this gym named Miguel. I was sitting next to him before the fight, on the fight before mine, and he asked me who was I fighting. I said, Yahir. And he said, oh. And then he ran off. So I was like, what? But he ran off real kind of in a rush. So then that's when the people, because Champions was in the red corner and I was behind the red corner.
Right.
So then that's when they turned around and they said, oh, you next. So I was like, what? He said, you next. I was like, oh. I said, oh. So I ran, I got my stuff on. And it was still, this was like mid intermission. It was like 3 minutes left. And man, I rushed, I got my stuff on real quick, went to the glove table, got the gloves. I stretched my calves, I stretched my legs, did something real quick because I don't like stressing these fights because it's something I do every day, as I said. And
Right.
I got in the ring and I felt like I usually do. I didn't make the adjustment quick enough, and I feel like that's what cost me the fight. To be honest, the third round went really well. I definitely won. Yes, there was a point deduction, but the first 2 rounds, I feel like I could have got away with the second round. The first round, I actually don't remember it too well. But hey, live and you learn. I'm not upset. Hey, it is what it is.
All right, now let's talk about something good that happened. As you mentioned, as we both mentioned, the third round. Take us through that third round and how you were just able to like adjust and really it looked like you almost had a couple, maybe an 8 count in there somewhere for the other guy. How are you able to adjust off of the previous 2 rounds and to just be able to finish off strong like that?
So in my corner, Coach G was telling me I need to work the stick, pick it up, be quick because I was sluggish. And my other coach, Greg, was on the outside. He was outside towards the crowd, and I forgot what he was saying. I think he was saying work the cross.
Yeah, he's saying that cross 2 to the body. I was hearing the whole time he was losing his voice, man.
The cross 2 to the body in the second round is actually what gave me some momentum going into the third round because I started finding an opening. So I was like, okay. And then the third round, like I said, something told me, hey, you need to loosen up because what I was doing wasn't working. So I said, hey, got to switch it up. So I got loose.
All right. And all right, man. One last question I'll ask you, man. I'll let you get up on out of here, man. What adjustments do you feel like you need to make from this experience to just not only be better in the future, but just like maybe better outside the ring too? Like, what do you need? Like, what do you feel like you need to make in that category?
I feel like it's obvious, but I don't want to give it away. I just know. I know what I did. I know what I did before the fight, during the fight. So hey, small adjustments.
Small adjustments.
Small adjustments. You'll see him in the end.
All right, you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. Small adjustments for a big time payoff.
Right.
Give it up for Brendan Noden, man. He will be back and he will be better, man. Don't know every kind of mouth, man. So yeah, man, I appreciate you.
Hey, shout out Ring Warriors, man.
All right, man. Today I'm here with Ari Clark, man. Impressive debut performance, if I do say so myself, man. How are you feeling after the fight, man? How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling good.
You feeling good, man? And like I said, impressive debut, man. You came out looking real explosive, man. Tell us what happened. Well, how are you feeling during the fight? How you feeling knowing that the dude that you were facing, he couldn't really take your power. He couldn't really, stand your 1-2 combinations. How are you feeling about that, man?
I'm feeling good. My 1-2 is probably one of my best attributes. So once I found out, he couldn't take that 2 to the body, I had to put some more pressure on him and just keep moving forward. That power, he wasn't trying to come forward. So, I'm going to do what I got to do.
And also talk about how the crowd was feeding you, man. Because I was hearing every time you were walking them down, the crowd was just getting more and more into it. How did that build up your confidence for you to secure the win?
It just made me realize how many good shots I was hitting. I be in the ring, but sometimes you don't really realize what you're doing in the ring. But hearing the crowd, go crazy, seeing like what you doing and like just seeing your combinations that you're throwing and everything that you're landing and just hearing them hype you up, it's a different feeling. It's a great feeling. So that just boosted my confidence 10 times more than it already was.
And tell us how you felt when your hand was raised. You know, that the emotions of like, is it going to happen? Then all of a sudden, just hearing like the winner out of were you in the red corner?
Yes, sir.
That when they said the winners out of the red corner, man, how did it feel, man? How did it feel, man?
You know, it felt great. It felt like one of the best things in the world, no lie. You know, I've been putting in this work, been working for probably 6 months straight, just trying to grind. So it feels good to finally be able to show what I've been putting in. So it just feels good having my hand raised at the end of the day.
Man, appreciate it, man. Hey, good win, man. Hey, we hope to see you more. We hope to see more. You progress later on, man. You hopefully get better than amateurs because you still have a lot of potential, man. As we saw today. So, man, appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
No problem.
Hey, shout